Hello and welcome to Legends of the Round Table, and this is indeed where you lead the Legends of the Round Table through King Arthur's story, and it's a very unique RPG apparently.
Come closer. Fear not. Why have you come to my 1,000-year-old tomb? In truth, my world was not so different from yours. Deep in their hearts, humans resemble each other, and that will not change anytime soon. Dreams are sometimes more telling than historical facts. The greatest dream of my time was the ideal of chivalry. To be a knight is to offer the very best of yourself, day after day, inspired by 4 virtues: love, prowess, largesse, and loyalty. Come closer now and look at this book. You will live the greatest adventure that the men and women of my time ever told, that of King Arthur and his round table.
There you go. So there's the introduction. I did not realize it was actually voiced. So very cool, very cool. If you want to check out the game, by the way, there is a link in the description. So, as you can see here, long, long ago on the Isle of Britain, there ruled a king named Uther Pendragon. He became enamored with Igraine, wife of the Duke of Cornwall. Under a spell cast by the enchanter Merlin, the couple conceived an illegitimate child. After birth, the child, Arthur, was entrusted to the attentive care of a knight. Hector raised Arthur as his son, alongside his natural son, Kay. After Uther's death, the kingdom became unstable, facing attacks from the Saxons and internal squabbling. One day, a magnificent sword in a rock appeared in London. Reputed as a wise man, Merlin declared that whoever succeeded in withdrawing the sword from the stone would become the High King of Britain. And here indeed we have a cutscene, and no doubt it is indeed a tournament. I'm pretty sure I can spot a tournament when I see one.
Hector, Kay, and Arthur arrived in London after a long journey. The herald goes to announce the second day of the tournament.
Uther, High King, all this day is for you. Slain by Saxons, oh so brave and so true. Victors, you will pull the sword as your due. Man from all this land so wide, now do stand here side by side. Oh, what gallantry and pride! How the hardy men did shine by their valor and their ardor yesterday. But the boldest of them all, the King of Orkney, was the victor in the fray. Oh, the blood and agony, the fearful cries when ladies saw the helmets play. All eyes were on King Lot. He seized the sword in stone, but it refused to give. He will not have the throne, for it is worthiness, not strength, that must be shown.
Our knights respectfully salute the man dressed in Uther Pendragon's colours. Greetings, sires, and welcome to London, he exclaims. I am Elias, herald of this city. It is a pleasure to see you at this illustrious tournament, he says cheerfully. By the way, Sir Hector and Sir Kay, you are fighting in the main event later today. Sir Kay and Sir Hector must fight Sir Agwisance and Sir Meliant of Lys on horseback. They are formidable opponents. Agwisance is the vassal of King Lot, who was the victor yesterday on the first day of the tournament. Like his sovereign, Aguisance is an outstanding fighter. He's known to be feisty and insolent. Liliant, meanwhile, is a promising young knight. He has great strength, yet he's contemptuous and immature. King Lot of Orkney is powerful and fearsome, both on the battlefield and at court. He grips his allies' hearts with fear and sows terror among his enemies. He must surely be coming to terms with his failure to remove the sword from the stone. When High King Uther died, Merlin, a very wise enchanter indeed, put a sword into the stone in front of St. Paul's Cathedral. Whoever manages to remove it will be Uther's successor. And that is the reason for this tournament. Every knight who wins the day's events earns a turn at trying to pull out the sword. Before our hero turns away, Elias says a knight is waiting for Sir Ector farther down the road.
A new quest has been added to the quest log. To view it, click the page curl icon in the upper left corner. The adventure's dialogues are recorded in the journal along with the progression. When they contain a hint, a key will appear next to it. The green buttons allow to navigate between clues. Click on the button to go to the previous clue. Tabs allow you to navigate throughout the book. Click on the indicated tab to return to the chapter's beginning. Click on the indicated tab to quickly return to the quest log. To unmount a horse, point and left-click on your character's horse when the cursor is displayed. At any time, it is possible to move the camera horizontally. Simply keep the mouse wheel button down and move the cursor left or right, or use the A and D keys. To move, hold the right mouse button in the desired direction. When the click is released, the knight stops. Depending on the proximity to the knight, the speed decreases or increases. There are 3 speed levels indicated by the cursor change. To talk to a character, point the cursor over the character and left-click when the cursor changes.
When Ulfius spots our heroes, he exclaims with earnest joy, "Here is my dear old Ector! Ah, dear friend, how happy I am to see you! And these must be your sons, Kay and Arthur." Ulfius is delighted. What a long time it has been, good old Ector. Let's have a friendly duel on foot, just you and me, to see which of us has the oldest bones. He shows his former companion the blunt weapons they'd be using, but only to the first touché, he adds. Ector and Ulfius prepare for the battle, both quite excited to fight each other once again.
At the beginning of each combat turn, each knight starts with 3 action points. Action points represent the passage of time and are spent each time a character performs an action. Combat actions are displayed in the Knight Actions menu below. You can come back to this menu anytime by left-clicking the knight icon. Tooltips detail the effects and use conditions of every action as well as their AP cost. Hover the cursor over any action icon to display the corresponding tooltip. Moving in combat costs action points. Moving 1 hex on foot costs 3 AP, while it only costs 1 on horseback. Moving the cursor on the ground highlights available hexes. Right-click on a hex to move forward. To end your combat phase, click on the hourglass icon. If APs are remaining, 5 fatigue points will get removed per AP remaining. The hourglass will turn green when all knights in combat have used all their APs. You face your first challenge. You can face challenges in any uncertain situation, whether or not in combat. The top area indicates what type of challenge you are dealing with and the challenge's difficulty, which is the total score of your opponent. This score is unknown when you are the initiator. When you are not the challenge initiator, a total score equal to the challenge difficulty is enough to win it. You can see the calculation of the challenge in real time according to the traits, bonuses, and malices of your knight. When a card is selected, its value is added to the equation. The traits needed for a challenge are automatically defined by the type of challenge. The value of the traits present in the equation depend on those of your knight displayed below. Select the card of your choice and experiment with the available combinations. Note that it is possible to validate a challenge without selecting any card. Click on the OK button to validate your choice. Alright, so we can take a look at loyalty, prowess. I think we'll probably be going for prowess here. And now we have a total of 19. Ooh, I see, very cool. Okay, now it is my turn. So now I should be able... Okay, they're telling me to go to the book right now, so I will go to the book and actually just have a look and see what's going on here. Apparently, I don't... It doesn't look as though there... no, hello, there you go. He shows his former companion. Okay, yeah. Well, that's... I mean, it says that the key has a potential for a clue, but I don't really... I'm not really understanding that, because we are indeed using swords, so we are not using blunt weapons, which is a little bit strange, but there you go. Alright, so strike with the edge of your weapon, more effective against light armor. We probably want to... Yes, here we go. We want to use a thrust attack, don't we? Okay, let's actually have a look here. Okay, what's the difference between these two? I actually don't know. Some challenges can be cancelled. If you decide to do so, it might allow you to choose another option or to postpone a difficult challenge for a better time. When you initiate a challenge, such as when you attack in combat or in a persuasion challenge, you succeed if your challenge total is above the total of your opponent. The higher the margin is, the more wounds you will inflict in combat. Since you don't know your opponent's total here, you must simply guess. Alright, so I will play Love. And we will... Can we play something else, actually, at the same time? No, we can only play one card. Okay, we can only play one card each and every time. Okay, so let's play this. That is indeed a fail. Okay, and then we do it again. Oh, okay. I understand. Okay, so let's have a look. So I can surrender if I want to, which is probably a good idea, all things considered. I mean, what else am I going to do, right? I mean, I'm going to have some huge problems here. Okay, so I've used all my action points, so I guess what I'm going to do... Well, I've got one left, but it might be a good idea to try to reduce my fatigue a little bit. When facing a defense challenge, if the total score does not exceed the difficulty, the location wheel indicates the area of the body that will receive damage and the negative margin between the total score and the difficulty. Pay attention to the existing wounds of your knight. If an area of the body reaches -6 by accumulation, the knight will fall unconscious. He will die if he receives -6 in a single hit. To avoid this, you can target an area that has not yet received a hit. Or aim for the special square that will prevent any damage to the knight. Only one special square can be present at a time. 3 special squares exist: Binding, Steed, and Dodge. Alright, well, I am obviously just gonna play, I guess, this. A difficulty of 20. Play Prowess then. Play Prowess. There we are. 3 maximum points. So can we use Inspiration? Yes, we can use Inspiration, but that actually isn't even necessary. It is not necessary for us to do that. Okay, yeah, so he's obviously going to dodge that, which is absolutely fine. And so Ector's shield cracked to the belt. So we basically lost our shield right now. And it is now my turn. So I will be going for a thrusting attack once again. and it is unknown how much damage I can do. I'm pretty sure it's gonna fail here, but I'm gonna try a 17 with maximum inspiration. That was also a fail. Wow, okay, this guy is really difficult by the looks of things. You can target a special defense square on the wheel with one of your cards. This can be useful to avoid damage or simply to get rid of a weak card and hope to receive a more advantageous one before the next challenge. Okay, yeah, so what does that actually mean right here? I actually have no idea how that is supposed to work. We can play this, but this is absolutely terrible, as you can quite clearly see. Yeah, that is not going to work, as you can quite clearly tell. That is, we are just fundamentally just going to die. I don't think I understand the combat system, unfortunately. That is a thing that I am not very aware of here. Let me actually just see here. Can I not go to the book? No, I can't go to the book right now. Okay, we're just going to have to do this then. You've successfully completed a special... Okay, well that was completely by mistake. Completed a special defense. You can perform a bind with your sword. In this case, you must complete a second challenge to determine whether you push back your opponent's blade. Okay, so now we have a 17, which is possible, as you can see right there, with largesse. And that is indeed going to work. There we go. Ooh, that's nice. There we go. Oh, I love the animations, gotta say. I absolutely find them extremely satisfying.
The two friends decide to call it quits. At this rate, they won't last long, Ulfius laughs. Hector catches his breath, then thanks his friend for the fight. The old knight is in good condition, but in any case, he will never stop fighting. It is out of the question. He dreams of a glorious death on the battlefield. Indeed, it is a great tournament, bustling with activity. Knights from all over the kingdom have come here to face off and take their chances at winning. Ulfius does not much care for King Lot. He thinks Lot will be quick to sow discord if someone other than he pulls the sword from the stone and becomes High King of Britain. The old warrior would certainly like to have a go at it, but he's far less enthusiastic about becoming High King of Britain. Whoever takes over Uther's throne will have many an enemy. Kay and Hector could persuade the herald to give them a flattering introduction before their battle in the lists. This would make quite an effect and give them a certain advantage. On the other hand, adds old Ulfius with a laugh, it would be wise to have a few pennies in your pocket to be more persuasive. The knight holds back our heroes a moment. I saw a tearful young woman in London, Ulfius says. If you help her, she'll be delighted to choose one of you as her champion. There's nothing like the prospect of winning a lady's favor to strengthen one's courage. When he hears this, Kay sneers. He does not need a lady to be brave. Ulfius starts laughing. Hector rolls his eyes and then thanks his friend.
A knight always travels on horseback. Go get your horses before you leave. How do I actually do that? Ah, I see. Okay, interesting. Okay, interesting. Okay, got it. Alright, yeah, let's mount it. To change the group's leader, several controls are possible. Click on a banner in the lower interface, click on a knight in the group, or press tab, so you can see there. The manual goes into even more detail on the rules of the game. Be sure to check it out if you need further help. I'm sure I do, yes. I am very, very sure I do. I'm one of those people that does a tutorial in a game like this and doesn't really understand it initially. And I think that's mostly because it feels complicated. It feels complicated to me. but I'm going to assume that things. That's a funny thing. It's pretty simple, you know. It's pretty simple to understand, but I feel like it is more difficult than you think. In actuality.
Two knights play chess in the shelter of a pavilion. The game seems to drag on and on. A knight with an impressive head of blonde hair notices our hero signaling that he would like to have a word. The knight greets him. This man, dressed in azure and gold, is called Urien. Urien is King of Gore and King Lot's rival. I am married to the most fierce woman in all of Britain. For that reason alone, I will make the best High King this land has ever known. He laughs. Urien was delighted yesterday to see Lot fail to pull the sword from the stone. But Lot must not be underestimated, as he is a warrior and a leader. It is said that this sword just appeared one fine morning. In his opinion, there is enchantment about it all. But regardless, the knight is determined to try his hand and to succeed. The King of Gore pays no further attention to our hero.
You're crossing an intersection and can change lane. To do so, point the cursor on the second lane and left-click when the cursor changes. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Okay, we've got some 2.5D stuff going on here. Very cool.
Amazed, our knights pass the majestic gate to London, the largest town in all of Britain.
Pay attention to your surroundings. You will find interactive elements that will move the story forward. Hover the cursor over it, then left-click when the hand cursor changes. Some elements will prove useful later. Oh, what are we talking about here? This?
What a lovely fountain in the middle of the square. The gentle splashing of the water adds life to the scene. Two guards block the path. "Halt there," says one with authority. "No one may go further." Their stern, unsympathetic faces show that they do not feel like chatting.
Interesting. Alright, so we're not going there, that's for sure. It seems like we are going to have to go back here. Ah, hello there.
Our heroes spot a very young lady sobbing her heart out. The sleeves of her pretty blue dress have been torn off. Kay laughs at her, but Arthur says nothing. In the end, it is Hector who comforts the girl. Her eyes full of tears, she says, "Sire, I am so ashamed for you to see me in such a state. My name is Neris, and from now on, I will also be known as the damsel with the short sleeves." It is the fault of her older sister, Carenza, who tore off her sleeves. She could not stand it when I made the teeniest criticism of her bow, the so-called proud and magnificent Meliant of Lys, says the damsel, grimacing. Neris and her sister, Carenza, have come with their father, Sir Thibaut of Tintagel, who is now resting from yesterday's duels. Young lady with the short sleeves will not soon forget how her sister has wronged her. She'll gladly accept Hector as her champion if he can find her precious sleeves. The young lady smiles. If Sir Ector could, she would be truly delighted, and her heart would be soothed. The odious girl is only interested in Meliant, as if he were the best knight in the world, which is far from the case, she adds, wrinkling her nose. All the knights are going crazy over this sword. Whoever pulls it out will be the most powerful man in Britain. The damsel invites our hero to come and talk with her whenever he likes.
Aha! So we now need to find her sister Corenza and try to get those sleeves back. And that's going to be it for this episode. If you would like to check out Legends of the Round Table with this extremely unique art style, I gotta say, really love that. And also, obviously, this is very much an RPG. Very much RPG. It's giving a lot of very cool interactions here. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.